Welcome back, Weather Kingdom. In this update, I'm not going to be on too long as I have work at 4, but I do want to give you guys an update. Once again, I was busy this afternoon, but I would like to give you guys a at least a 20-minute or so update. We got a lot to talk about with tonight's thing. If you guys are new to the channel, please like, please subscribe. Let's do it, Weather Kingdom. We are awesome like that. Wow, okay. Weather Kingdom.
On its way to becoming a...
So, Weather Kingdom, when we're taking a look at this, we got a lot to talk about. So, Humberto, once again, is becoming better and better organized. We are dealing with a formation of a hurricane, is easily shown here. Deep thunderstorm convection and the banding features here. When we take a look at shortwave, you can see that we are seeing a clear enough hurricane developing. This is probably, in my opinion, a 60-mile-an-hour storm as we got deep thunderstorm convection wrapping around the center here with Humberto. It is much better aligned today than it was yesterday, and this does wrap around the core now with this thunderstorm. And remember, this is not even Doral maximum. This has been Doral minimum, and honestly, Humberto has been steadily strengthening throughout today, even with Doral minimum. Invest 94L is also trying to form here too. What's very interesting that I would like to see is what is going to happen here, because to me it looks like it's some interesting stuff here. So, So when we play this, what I see here is we got thunderstorms coming around here and then wrapping back in here. Then it looks like it's coming back in here. Like this. This is what it looks like. So somewhere along here looks our low-level centers developing. I'll like to see in the next coming hours what does Invest 94L looks like. But right now with the given talks and everything, this probably will pose a threat to the mainland of the United States. When we take a look at Invest 94L, this is the latest hurricane models. Does interestingly say that maybe it could try and form to the south here, but then get pushed up here into a storm. I mean, you see that, and then it does that, and this does become quickly in the next coming days into a tropical storm and even a hurricane as it's over the Bahamas. So if you guys are in the Bahamas, Florida, South Carolina, North Carolina, everyone in the area will have to be on a watch. And on the HURF, it does become a very rather strong Category 1 hurricane here by 3 days from now, slamming the Bahamas and gradually still strengthening. And this HURF likes to show a 972 exiting the Bahamas with a very tight core. And this actually does become almost a major hurricane when Invest 94L. And it actually survives and does, on the 12Z, become a major hurricane and actually make a potential landfall up into the Carolinas. I mean, look at this. This is North Carolina. This will be devastating impacts because it's not just a it's not just a major hurricane on the HRF. When we take a look at satellite imagery, this is a large hurricane. We're talking about impacts very far out, up to Virginia, Delaware, big waves. Like, this ain't no small major hurricane. This is a very large major hurricane. Like, this would be like a Hurricane Sandy, kind of. This would be like a repeat of Hurricane Sandy, but much stronger and more south, and smaller. But that's the latest on the HRF, all right? Very significant impacts if this does occur. When we take a look at for Humberto, this also becomes a major problem, as this will continue to strengthen into a major hurricane probably by tomorrow afternoon or something like that, and then easily become a Category 4, and even chances for this to become a Category 5. HRF is not showing that right now, but it steadily shows a long-lasting major hurricane, okay? That. And this is right towards Bermuda right here. So we'll have to watch Bermuda and the impacts also. So potentially coming out of the HRF is 2 major hurricanes coming out of the HRF. When we take a look at Hemin, Invest 94L, this gradually will get north of the islands, quickly organize over the Bahamas. Not as quick as the HRF, but a little bit quicker than the previous run. And it does make a landfall in South Carolina as a Category 2 hurricane. Very large, very big impacts, and brings a lot of rains. Alright. When we take a look at Humberto from the Hemin, is generally into a major hurricane, a strong, potentially a Category 4 hurricane coming out of the H-Mon, and this generally will continue. When we take a look at the halves, 12Z runs here is very interesting. Halves kind of has it the most southern solution. It actually becomes a tropical storm and even a hurricane. And on this halves, this actually makes landfall in northern Florida here. Very interesting. The halves actually completely twists around. But look how large this hurricane is. This is a Category 2 hurricane. Look at all these supercells, you guys, coming into the shoreline. This will be major impacts all the way down to the other side of Florida. This will be big time wind, big time rain. This will be a massive thing. And then this actually does make landfall and actually try and come back around here. But this will bring major impacts if the halves A continues to Hemin and H-Mon. So there is some room for changes. Half speed generally has this a little bit more than the halves A. I'm pretty sure it becomes a major, a bit more north into South Carolina as a strong Category 2 hurricane. But look at all this heavy rainfall, gusty winds, major impacts. And right now, depending on it, this could be a nighttime system. So we'll definitely go live on this. And then that's your hurricane models. When we take a look at it for Humberto, I think we already did. Actually, on the halves A, it has Humberto becoming a major hurricane, but actually has it getting slingshotted right into the almost outer banks. So a double shot here coming from the halves A if that southern solution happens. But as a probably just Category 1 hurricane. And then halves B is a little bit stronger, but it also has it getting slingshotted. Pretty interesting stuff. And there it is, right there near the coastline there. So, something to seriously watch with these hurricane models. Something has me as a bad feeling about this, alright? When we take a look at the North Atlantic, generally this is the GFS. Goes into the Bahamas and quickly strengthens into a hurricane. So I do expect potentially hurricane watches, tropical storm watches, and probably tonight around 5 p.m. a PTC. That's usually when a storm is about to form, and it's in the impact of the USA. When we take a look at the North Plains. New Jersey, right now, no in New Jersey, but remember, if you guys are new, please like and subscribe. We got only 3 likes. Let's like the stream. Let's crush it, Weather Kingdom. One second, Weather Kingdom. Alright, and then this is the GFS model. Sorry about the wait, you guys. I was just having to do something quickly. Alright, we got 10 likes now. Let's do it. We're going to be ending the stream probably around 3:30 because I got a lot of stuff to do still. But we are going live tonight, Weather Kingdom, all into the 0Z model runs. We're already doing good already in this live stream. So keep it up, Weather Kingdom. We're doing great. But this is the GFS model. Has a 983. This could end up being stronger. And it generally has a pretty much rapidly organizing as it slams South Carolina as potentially a strong Category 2 hurricane. And then it also gets Humberto very closer comfort as a major hurricane here. So, someone to seriously watch. And then, the GFS actually has 94 coming back out into the Atlantic Ocean. And then remaking a landfall into North Carolina. Also, it likes to show in the future potentially other areas to watch. So, someone to seriously watch. Yes, it is possible that this would hit Raleigh, North Carolina, everybody. It is anywhere in the East Coast right now besides the Mid-Atlantic and Northeast. This is the icon. Icon just shows hectic across the Bahamas. I don't think the icon's right. As it's stalling over the Bahamas for days like Dorian and just strengthening into a full-fledged Category 4, Category 5 hurricane over the Bahamas. Do what Dorian did, loved, and then move out to sea as a Cat 5. I don't think that's going to happen, but it's something to seriously watch. Alright. Latest Canadian is a little bit different. Shows a strong hurricane going through the Bahamas. And then getting actually pulled from Humberto and doing the Fujiwara effect. And then it's Humberto getting slingshotted almost into New Jersey. So, yes, if you're in New Jersey, please watch this. Very worried. If you guys are in South Carolina, North Carolina, Georgia, and the northern part of Florida, I will have your hurricane prep in case of something happening. Because there's a lot of data and indications today that this could get slingshotted right into the Northeast. And I am starting to really believe that now. When we take a look at the European APHIS, let's take a look at that. Generally has the low going into the Bahamas, strengthening rapidly. And then getting absolutely slingshotted almost into South Carolina. But it does go out to sea. But it does become a very strong storm. Also, Humberto goes out to sea. And then actually, it has it going right back into North Carolina and then going up the East Coast. So, the I-name storm looks very interesting. And then it now shows, like the GFS shows, another potential October-type storm off the Atlantic coast. If you guys are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. That'd be very greatly appreciated. And feel free to donate. We got 40 people here already. I will be ending the stream. You guys actually came pretty late. But this was just a quick out of nowhere update. But I wanted to give you guys some very good information. And just a quick overall look at everything. So, when we take a look at pivotal weather, I want to take a look at the European model. I just want to take a look at it. 42 people watching. Yes, I will be on watch, especially if you're along the coast. I will be going live, everyone, tonight. So whoever's along the East Coast, me and Pat's Path Predictor will be going live. Pat's Path Predictor will be going around 8 p.m. Central Daylight Time. I will probably be going around 10:30, but I'll be on Pat's stream, and then I'll probably jump into my stream. So everybody, subscribe to Pat, because it will get transferred into my stream. Hey, what's up, Beans? Thank you for all your support. The European here. Let's just take a look at 12Z. Generally has, yep, it's strengthening a little bit slower on it. Oh, wow, it still makes the landfall as a category strong 1 to almost a 2. Right into South Carolina. So some rapid intensification. Oh, and then it stalls. Look at that. This will create major problems. And then Humberto, okay. And then they split off. Oh, and then you get a up the East Coast storm. Nice. Oh. I do believe 94L does have a shot to become a major. We will be having either way. If these two systems become major. I mean, look at the impacts, though. This is going to be a very far-reaching impact. We're going to be talking about it tonight. I mean, this is making landfall in South Carolina. But you got rain bands entering almost southern Pennsylvania's border. With very strong gusty winds, also as a very strong hurricane. So, pretty crazy here. It probably has to make landfall as a Category 2, while Humberto will be doing its Category 4 lovely crap there. So, one thing that really doesn't help if the conditions are very favorable, we'll be talking about this tonight, is the water temps. The water temperatures in the Bahamas is an extremely warm. Where these waters are is 30 to 31 degrees Celsius. And if it goes up Florida and goes into the Gulf Stream, that will help to intensify it. And right now, if it goes to South Carolina, this likely will have the benefit of the doubt to get better organized. All right. Last time to look at satellite imagery, let's take a look at true color here on 94L. Yeah, it's definitely, you can easily tell in the latest bit We are getting better and better organized. This likely will become a PTC in a little bit. If not, it's going to be tonight. Because you can easily see there's a lot more rotation now. Look at that, right there. So our wave access is pretty much coming off the coast as we're speaking. So with thermal maximum, that's going to really help. But where it really is going to get going is up here in the Bahamas. So if you guys are in the Bahamas, please watch out and be careful. Also, Humberto. Do we have a mesoscale for it? No, we do not. Humberto is also rapidly organizing. You could tell Humberto is starting to make a very well-defined core. We're starting to see hot towers like this. Humberto will be the next hurricane. Wouldn't be surprised by later tomorrow. This will likely become a hurricane. I mean, look at the latest frames. I mean, with the core structure I've found today, I mean, look at this. This is already a strong tropical storm. So, very likely to become problems for the East Coast. So, I'm going to end the stream, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know we are getting a lot more population here, but I do have to go. We do have a lot to do. I do have work. I will be going live tonight. So, please stay tuned, everybody. We will